Good morning, students. In this session, today we are going to revise Unit 1 Numbers. Students, listen carefully. Make a note of each and every important points in your Maths classwork note. If you have any doubt, make a note of it. The doubts will be clarified on the reopening day. Now let's recall what are all the topics we have discussed in the last session. Then, rules for test of divisibility of numbers. Divisibility by 2. A number is divisible by 2 if its ones places any one of the even numbers 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. If the number is divisible by 2, the ones place should be 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. And the next one is divisibility by 3. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. For example, 45,638. We have to check whether the number is divisible by 2 or not. See, the rule of divisibility by 2 is a number is divisible by 2 if its ones places any one of the even numbers like 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. Here the ones places ends with even number. So 45,638 is divisible by 2 since its ones places ends with even number. 8 is a even number. So 45,638 is divisible by 2. The another example is 1,23,456 is divisible by 2 or not. We have to check. See, here the ones place is 6. 6 is the even number. So, 1,23,456 is divisible by 2. Because the ones place is ends with even number 6. And the next one is example for divisibility by 3. Now let's check whether 6,54,321 is divisible by 3 or not. The rule for divisibility by 3 is a number is divisible by 3 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. For that you have to find the sum of the digits. 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 21. Then you have to find the sum of the digits for 21. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 is divisible by 3. Hence 6,54,321 is also divisible by 3. 6,54,321 is divisible by 3. Then divisibility by 4. A number is divisible by 4 if the last two digits of the given number is divisible by 4. Students, note that if the last two digits of a number are zeros, then also it is divisible by 4. Then the next one is divisibility by 5. A number is divisible by 5 if its ones place is either 0 or 5. Ones place should be 0 or 5. And the next one is divisibility by 4. The rule for divisibility by 4 is a number is divisible by 4 if the last two digits of the given number is divisible by 4. And note it carefully, the last two digits of a numbers are 0, then also it is divisible by 4. Let's check 92 is divisible by 4 or not. 4 2s are 8, remainder 1. 4 3s are 12. So 92 is completely divided by 4. So 492 is divisible by 4. Then let's check for 2900. As you already know that if the last two digits of a numbers are zeros, then also it is divisible by 4. So 2900 is divisible by 4. Then the example for divisibility by 5. The rule of divisibility by 5 is a number is divisible by 5 if its ones place is either 0 or 5. Here the ones place is 0. So definitely 280 is divisible by 5. Let's see one more example. 5225. You have to check whether it is divisible by 5 or not. By using the rule of divisibility by 5, ones place is either 0 or 5. Here ones place is 5. So 5225 is divisible by 5. Next one is divisibility by 6. A number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by both 2 and 3. Divisibility by 7. Though a rule for divisibility of a number by 7 exists, it is a bit tricky and dividing directly by 7 will be easier. And the next one is divisibility by 6. Let's see the rule of divisibility by 6. A number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by both 2 and 3. Let's see the rule of divisibility by 2. If 138 is divisible by 2, definitely the ones places ends with even number. 8 is a even number. So it is divisible by 2. Now let's check for 3. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. For that you have to find the sum of the digits. 1 plus 3 plus 8. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 8 is 12. And then you have to find the sum of the digits for 12. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. 3 is divisible by 3. 3 table. So, the number 138 is divisible by both 2 and 3 table. So, the number 138 is divisible by 6. And the next one is divisibility by 7. A rule for divisibility of a number 7 is exist, but it is so tricky to follow. So, better dividing the number directly by 7 will be easier when compared to the rule of divisibility by 7. Next one is divisibility by 8. A number is divisible by 8 if the last 3 digits of the given number is divisible by 8. Note that if the last 3 digits of the number are zeros, then also it is divisible by 8. Then divisibility by 9. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 9. And note it carefully, the numbers divisible by 9 are divisible by 3 also. Then divisibility by 8. The rule for divisibility by 8 is a number is divisible by 8 if the last 3 digits of a given number is divisible by 8. And note it carefully, if the last 3 digits of a numbers are zeros, then also it is divisible by 8. Let's check. 992 is divisible by 8 or not. 8 ones are 8, remainder 1. Then 8 twos are 16, remainder 3. Then 8 fours are 32. Your remainder is 0. So 992 is completely divided by 8. So 2992 is also divisible by 8. Then find for 3000. If the last three digits of a given numbers are zeros, then also it is divisible by 8. So 3000 is divisible by 8. Divisibility by 9. The rule for divisibility by 9 is a number is divisible by 9 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 9. Note that the numbers divisible by 9 are also divisible by 3. First, let's find the sum of the digits. 9 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 is equal to 27. Here, 27 is divisible by 9. 9 threes are 27. So, 9567 is also divisible by 9. Divisibility by 10. A number is divisible by 10 if its ones place is only 0. Numbers divisible by 10 are also divisible by 5. Divisibility by 11. A number is divisible by 11 if the difference between the sum of alternative digits of the number is either 0 or divisible by 11. Then divisibility by 10. The rule for divisibility by 10 is a number is divisible by 10 if its ones place is only 0. Here the ones place is 0. And also observe that the numbers divisible by 10 are also divisible by 5. Here 2020 is also divisible by 5. Here the ones place ends with 0. So 2020 is divisible by 10. Divisibility by 11. The rule for divisibility by 11 is a number is divisible by 11 if the difference between the sum of alternative digits of a number is either 0 or divisible by 11. The alternative digits are 2, then leave 5, 6, then leave 7, then 9, leave 5. First, let's find the sum of alternative digits. 2 plus 6 plus 9. Difference means what you have to find? Subtraction minus. Then 5 plus 7 plus 5. 2 plus 6 plus 9 is 17. 5 plus 7 plus 5 is 17. 17 minus 17 is 0. So, 2,56,795 is divisible by 11. Fifth sum. The sum of any three odd natural numbers is odd. Justify the statement with an example. Students, we have to justify the sum of any three odd natural numbers is odd. Sum of any three odd natural numbers means what? We have to add any three natural odd numbers. If we add the three natural numbers, we have to get answer as odd numbers. We have to justify this. Students, here 1, 3, 5 are all odd numbers. We have to find the sum of three odd numbers. We have to check whether we get the answer as odd number or even number. Let's find 1 plus 3 equal to 4. 4 plus 5 equal to 9. 9 is an odd number. Let's find for another 3 odd numbers. See, 3 is an odd number, 5 is also an odd number, and 7 is also an odd number. We have to find the sum of 3 odd numbers. 3 plus 5 equal to 8. 8 plus 7 is equal to 15. See, we get the answer as 15. 15 is an odd number. So we justified that, yes, the sum of any three odd natural numbers is odd. See here 1, 3, 5 are all natural numbers and also odd numbers. If we add these three natural odd numbers, we get the answer as odd numbers. So the sum of any three odd natural numbers is odd. Eighth sum. Each of the composite numbers has at least three factors. Justify this statement with an example. We have to justify the statement each of the composite number has at least three factors. For that, first you have to recall the definition of composite number. See, the definition of composite number is a natural number having more than two factors is called a composite number. Students, prime factors means a natural number greater than 1 having only two factors is called a prime number. But for composite number, a natural number having more than two factors, we have to justify this statement. For example, if we take the number 4, students find the factors for 4. 1, 2 and 4. The factors of 4 are 1, 2, 4. Here we got more than 2 factors. Here, so 4 is called a composite numbers. Let's find for another number. 8. 8 is a factor of 1, 2, 4 and 8. 8 is a composite number. The composite number factors are 1, 2, 4 and 8. Here we got more than 2 factors. So we justified that each of the composite number has at least 3 factors. If it is less than 3 factors means it is called prime number. 4 and 8 are composite numbers. So we got more than 2 factors. So we justified that yes, each of the composite numbers has at least 3 factors. See, the composite number 4 has 3 factors. The composite number 8 has more than 2 factors. Example 3. Find the HCF of the numbers 40 and 56 by division method. Students, here we have to find the highest common factor. HCF means what? Is highest common factor or greatest common divisor or greatest common factor. We have to find the highest common factor of the numbers 40 and 56. For that, what we have to do first? Yes, we have to write the numbers separately by using division method. As you already know that how to find the prime factorization using division method. 40. Here 40 is an even number. It is divisible by 2 and it is also divisible by 5 because here one's places ends with 0. If one's places ends with 0 or 5, it is divisible by 5. So we can easily divide the number 40 by 5. 5 into 8s are 40. 2 4s are 8. 2 2s are 4 and 2 1s are 2. You can also start with the smallest prime factor 2. Don't get confused. You can also start with the number 2 also. 56. 2 28s are 56. 2 14s are 28. 2 7s are 14. 7 ones are 7 because here 7 is a prime number. So it is only divisible by the number 7. Then we have to write the common factors of 40 and 56. Prime factorization of 40 is equal to 5 into 2 into 2 into 2. And then prime factorization of 56 equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 7. Then what we have to find? Yes, we have to find the common factors of 40 and 56. See, here 2 is a common factor of 40 and 56. Again 2, then 2. And then we have to find the product of common factors of 40 and 56. 2, 2 into 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. Therefore, HCF of 40 and 56 is equal to 8. Students, is clear now? To find the HCF, first you have to write the given numbers in division method. Separately, you have to write the numbers 40 and 56. Then you have to find the prime factorization of 40 and prime factorization of 56. Then you have to write the factors of 40 and 56. After that, you have to find the common factors of 40 and 56. Therefore, the HCF of 40, 56 equal to 8. Here the common factors are 2 into 2 into 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. Now let's find the LCM of 156 and 124. Find the LCM of 156 and 124. To find the LCM, you have to write the numbers all together. 156, 124. Let's start with the smallest prime factor number. 2 table. 278s are 156. 262s are 124. Again here two numbers are even numbers, so it is divisible by 2. Again let's start with 2 table. 239s are 78. 231s are 62. See, here 31 is a prime number. So it is not divisible by any other number. It is only divisible by 31. So leave this number. 39. 39 is divisible by 3 table. 3 ones are 3. 3 threes are 9. So 3 13s are 39. Bring down the number 31 here. Here two numbers are the prime numbers. So it is only divisible by that number only. So let's start with 13. 13 ones are 13. Bring down the number 31. Then 31 ones are 31. Then you have to find the product of all prime factors. See here all the numbers are prime numbers. LCM equal to product of all prime factors. See, 2 into 2 into 3 into 13 into 31 is equal to 4836. Therefore, LCM of 156, 124 is equal to 4836. To find the LCM, you have to write the given numbers in. Find the LCM, you have to write the given numbers all together by using division method. After that, you have to start with the smallest prime factor and dividing till the number are divided like this. You have to get the number as 1. LCM equal to product of all prime factors. 2 into 2 into 3 into 13 into 31 is equal to 4836. Therefore, LCM of 156, 124 is equal to 4836. Example 1. Find the prime factorization of each number by factor tree method and division method. We have to find the prime factorization of factor tree method and division method. Students, as we already know that how to find the factor tree method. First, let's find 36. 2 18s are 36. 2 is the prime number, so leave it. Then you have to find the prime factors for 18. 2 into 9s are 18. Again 2 is a prime number, leave this. 9. 3 3s are 9. So the prime factorization of 36 is 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Prime factorization equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Now let's find the prime factorization by using division method. This is factor tree method. Now let's find the division method of 36. 36 is an even number, so it is divisible by 2. 2 18s are 36. 2 9s are 18. 9 is an odd number, so it is not divisible by 2. 3 3s are 9. 3 1s are 3. Students, keep in mind, you have to take the prime numbers here. If you are choosing directly 18 2s are 36 means your answer will be wrong. You have to find the prime factorization for 36 only. So you have to divide the number 36 by prime factors. See here, all the numbers are prime numbers. 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 is equal to 36. Therefore, the prime factorization of 36 equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. In question, they ask you to find the factor tree method means you have to do like this. Division method means you have to do like this. Example 8. Find the ratio of the HCF and the LCM of the numbers 18 and 30. First we have to find the HCF of 18 and 30 and then LCM of 18 and 30. After that we have to find the ratio of the HCF and LCM. First let's find the HCF, that is highest common factor. To find the highest common factor, what we have to do? Yes, we have to write the given numbers separately by using division method. 2 9s are 18, 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3. 2 15s are 30, 3 5s are 15, 5 1s are 5. Therefore, the prime factorization of 18 is equal to 2 into 3 into 3. Prime factorization of 30 is equal to 2 into 3 into 5. Then we have to find the common factors of 18 and 30. Here 2 is a common factor and 3 is also a common factor. 2 into 3 equal to 6. HCF of 18, 30 is equal to 6. And then we have to find the LCM of 18 and 30. To find LCM, what we have to do? Yes, we have to write the given numbers all together by using division method. Again, you have to start with smallest prime factor. 2 9s are 18, 2 15s are 30. Here, two numbers are an even number. So, we have to divide it with number 3. 3 3s are 9, 3 5s are 15. 3 and 5 are prime numbers. So, it is not divisible by any other number. 3 1s are 3. Bring down the number 5. 5 ones are 5. And then we have to find the product of all prime factors. That is 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. 2 threes are 6. 6 threes are 18. 18 into 5 is equal to 90. Therefore, LCM of 18, 30 is equal to 90. After finding the value of HCF and LCM, what we have to do? We have to find the ratio of HCF and LCM. Ratio of HCF and LCM. That is, HCF is to LCM. The answer of HCF equal to 6. LCM equal to 90. To find the least ratio number, what you have to do? Yes, we have to divide the given number. That is, 6 ones are 6, 6 15s are 90. 1 is to 15. Therefore, the ratio of HCF is to LCM equal to what? Yes, 1 is to 15. HCF is to LCM equal to 1 is to 15. Example 12. The LCM of two numbers is 432 and their HCF is 36. If one of the numbers is 108, then find the other number. See here, the value of LCM is given. LCM of two numbers equal to 432 and the HCF of two numbers equal to 36. Here one of the numbers is given, that is 108. We have to find the other number. The product of two numbers equal to LCM into HCF. One of the number is given, that is 108. Other number we don't know. So let's take the other number be X or other number. The other number equal to LCM. The LCM value is 432 and HCM value is 36. We have to find the unknown value, other number only. So multiplication of 108 will goes to right hand side, means it will change into division. 432 into 36 by 108. Let's cancel the given numbers. See, 3 table. In 3 table, 3 12s are 36. 3 36 are 108. Again, let's cancel the numbers by 3. 3 4s are 12. 3 12s are 36. 4 1s are 4. 4 3s are 12. 3 1s are 3. 3 1s are 3, balance 1. 3 4s are 12, balance 1. 3 4s are 12. So, other number is equal to 144. 17th one. Wilson, Madan and Guna can complete one round at a circular track in 10, 15 and 20 minutes respectively. If they start together at 7 am from the starting point, at what time will they meet together again at the starting point? Here the given question is, Wilson can complete one round in 10 minutes. Madan can complete one round in 15 minutes. Guna can complete one round in 20 minutes. They are starting together at 7 am. We have to find when they meet together again at the starting point. So it is clear that they start together and also meet together only. So we have to find the LCM of 10, 15 and 20. LCM of 10, 15, 20. To find the LCM, what we have to do? We have to divide all the numbers at the same time. 10, 15, 20. All the three numbers are divisible by 5. So let's start with 5. 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15, 5 4s are 20. Then here 2 and 4 are even numbers. So it is divisible by 2. 2 1s are 2. 3 is not divisible by 2. So bring down the number 3. 2 2s are 4. Then 3 table. 1, 3 1s are 3. 2 is not divisible by 3, so bring down the number 2. 2 1s are 2. Let's find the product of factors. 5 into 2 into 3 into 2. 5 2s are 10. 3 2s are 6. Equal to 60 minutes. After 60 minutes, they will meet together. See, students, as you already know that 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. So, they will meet at after 1 hour. That is, they start together at 7 a.m. So, definitely they meet at 8 a.m. Therefore, Wilson, Madan and Guna meet together again at the starting point at 8 a.m. Students, is clear now? They start together at 7 a.m. Here the answer is 60 minutes. 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. So they meet each other at after 1 hour. Therefore, they meet together again at the starting point at 8 a.m. Students, first unit is over here. Now let's recap what are all the topics we discussed in the past 3 videos. A factor is a number that divides the given number exactly gives remainder 0. Every number has 2 factors, that is 1 and the number itself. Every factor of a number is less than or equal to that number. Every multiples of a number is greater than or equal to that number. Multiples of a number are endless. A natural number greater than 1 having only 2 factors, namely 1 and the number itself, is called a prime number. A natural number having more than 2 factors is called a composite number. A pair of prime numbers whose difference is 2 is called twin primes. The highest common factor of any two non-zero whole numbers is the largest common factor of both the numbers. The least common multiple of any two non-zero whole numbers is the smallest common multiple of both the numbers. Two numbers having 1 as their only common factor are said to be co-primes or relatively prime. Let's see today's activity. First one. Write the multiplication table of 4 and 5 up to 10. Then find the least common multiples.